Let's try this again. Round two. All right. So what we're gonna do is collective reading first, and then a personal reading. All right. Let's see. All right, Spirit. What do the collective need to know? Oh, first card out was the Death card. So right now we're in transformation. So we're going from old ways to new ways. We're getting rid of old toxic behavior. We're getting rid of pretty much everything that's doesn't align anymore. That's what's coming in. So this death card is actually just wrapping things up for every season because every season ends in like 2 days, and 2 days is my birthday. Hey, right? So transformation. There's a lot of transformation coming in. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles. This transformation is having everybody level up, whether it's getting rid of the old relationships, friendships, cutting family members off, starting a new job, ending the old job. There's this level up feeling that's coming in, and being more grounded too, and having financial influx of money coming in is what I'm also getting. Let's see what else. Yeah, look. Page of Pentacles. I feel like there's gonna be like some discussions around finances. This could be somebody wants to help you, trying to figure out, hey, what's the best spot they could help you and support you and make things smoother. Let's see what else. Ooh, yes. So we have the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. This is reciprocity, receptivity. This is the energy is given. Like somebody is gonna pour into you, and in return you're gonna be able to pour. But I don't feel like it's gonna be pouring into the same exact way. I feel like it's gonna be more so um you emotional, physical, stuff like that. And everything's gonna work out for the best with the Six of Wands here. Yeah, look, the Fool. There's definitely a new beginning coming in once this Aries season wraps up. I, transformation. I feel like a lot of people were purging the last few weeks. Didn't really have the energy. I know this full moon that passed by just exhausted my energy like completely. And I just feel like now once this Aries season ends, we're gonna start getting more energy, feeling more grounded in Taurus season. But I want to know, what is this Fool for? Look, the Star card. The Fool, the Star. This hopes, desires, wishes. There's a lot of things getting fulfilled in this new chapter, this new you, this more aligned you. I mean, like seeing like white light, so you're surrounded by like positive people who are just gonna uplift. And the Star card here is something that you guys wanted for a very, very long time. Page of Swords. Also, there's gonna be some lurkers, some people that are gonna try to distract you in a way. Don't let it happen because it's just gonna derail you from your path. But also, you also have some pretty good ideas. Don't be impulsive. Don't try to rush through them. Sit, think with them, figure out what works, what doesn't work. Let's see. The Two of Wands. Yeah. Like I said, figure out what works and doesn't work. Two of Wands talks about roads, different roads, choosing different paths and everything like that. So And it has the world card in the hand too. So there's definitely something's coming in. Whatever I feel like whatever path you pick, some of you guys are gonna pick the unbeaten path. This is gonna make it a little tough for you, but at the same time it's gonna be worth it. Some people pick the easier path because uh, of the unknown. You guys are kind of scared of the unknown. Yeah. The devil here. Yeah, just breaking the chains, trying to get rid of what doesn't fit. With the devil here too, you kind of are gonna be like tunnel vision, focusing on what you want to achieve, what you want to do. More so, it's gonna be like, yeah, me, 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 me. I'm getting it's gonna be like a lot of people selfish era. Ace of Cups is definitely some love coming in too with this new chapter. Some of you guys might meet somebody. Yeah. The Queen of Cups. Some of you might meet somebody who's very uh, affectionate in a way. And then you see like who is also very nurturing. Look, two of the bottom, two of cups. Yeah. Let me see from this deck. What else does the collective know? I need to know. Courthouse. I'm gonna say justice is coming in. So if you guys have been having the last few years, 7 months, 5 years, 7 years, been like really hectic. This courthouse, this justice is coming in. It's gonna be reverse all that. It's gonna make everything, stabilize for you. Touring labor. I feel like work is gonna be start being easy instead of just trying to get things done. I feel like you're gonna find a job that you're gonna enjoy doing. A community. There's definitely gonna be some soul tribes coming in. People gonna be there for you and not for what you could do for them. Nothing unconditional, nothing like that. We have expectation. I feel like with expectations, a lot of you are raising your standards, which is good. This is good. That's a good thing to do. Raise your standards. And then right after the expectation is courtship. So yeah, I feel like this new person that's coming in for the collective, I feel like they're gonna exceed the bare minimum what everybody's used to. I feel like it's gonna be uh how can I put it? Life changing. Honestly, it's gonna be life changing with this courtship. It's gonna go beyond what you're expecting. Yeah, stability with the house card. Yeah, everything's gonna be working out. Is wrapping up, just going through a transformation. Finish the last purge, and I feel like after this week, everybody's gonna start feeling better. It's funny, what on the bottom. Alright, let me just shuffle these. I feel like that's it for the collective. If anybody wants a personal reading, just leave a message in there. Let's see. Okay. Oh no. And question. I came up for personal readings. If anybody wants one. You know what? I'm just gonna pull for. Let's do a collective love reading with this one. Okay. Actually, let's see what does the full moon that just happened has in store for the collective. Ooh, we have the Nine of Swords. So this full moon that just passed by had people stressing out. A lot of overthinking, just being in your head. It's about to be a week now. Well, look, the star came out. And it's funny because in the collective reading, with the collective needs to know, the star came out too, again. So there's some type of hope and healing and wishing that's coming in from that new moon. I feel like it kind of gave you guys some stress. Like you guys are dealing with stress and just wished it to be gone. Especially like in regards of like relationship, friendship. Hi Emily. I had to reset my Wi-Fi. I'm just doing a small collective reading about the full moon last week, and the Ace of Cups came out. Yeah, so this is telling me that some of you guys were really stressing about uh, relationships last week. I feel like the full moon revealed a lot of what's working, what doesn't work, yes, you may. What's working, what doesn't work, what needs to be let go. Let's see what else. What else is the full moon? Yeah, temperance here. Yeah, there was healing. It's talking about be patient. Um, Now it's lagging when it was working fine. All right. So be patient around like love. This full moon saying be patient with yourself. In the meantime, your person's gonna come in. Just like show yourself what you really want the other person to show you. Yeah, look. Uh, we have Three of Swords and a Five of Wands. Three Swords and Five of Wands is telling us that uh, this was like more so an internal conflict, especially with the heart. It's like, do you want to stay and still deal with the bare minimum, or do you want to let it go and ask for something more to come in? And you let it go and you ask for more to come in with the Ten of Cups. Something that's more aligned with what you want, more defined, and more loving. Yeah. The Eight of Pentacles. This person's going to be they're going to pursue you a lot with the King of Wands here and the full moon. But the King of Wands, they know what they want. They're not gonna like lollygag. They're not gonna make you guess. Not gonna make you confused. Nothing like that. Um, does this work? Okay, I don't know what's going on. But with the moon, they see that you're very mysterious in a way. Very very mysterious. And then the three on the bottom, the Empress. So they see you as somebody who's very in touch with their divine feminine, very in touch with who they are. All right, so. Whoop. I am give Emily. her reading, and we just shuffle this. So the full moon was just having you guys purge old relationships that didn't work. Settling for less. It forced you guys to not settle. Alright, let me take this deck out. Alright, Emily wants some guidance on how to proceed with schooling and chemistry. Okay. Alright, spirit ancestors, what guidance do you have for Emily when it comes to schooling, especially chemistry? What guidance do you have? Oop. Um So you have the two wands and the knight of swords. The two wands is more like you have to make a decision. Like, do you want to be a procrastinator or do you want to be on top of the things? It's necessarily in all the schoolwork. And I feel like the reason why you struggle with chemistry is because it's not really clicking. It's like you get the basis of it, but then it's like you forget because it's not being stored long term into your memory. You have to make it like a game, so to speak. Make it like a game. Make it like or even ask like Chat GPT, like, hey, can you explain to me like I'm five? Like stuff like that. I'm getting also definitely don't procrastinate in studying. Like don't wait until the day before. Or don't even overdo it because sometimes what happens is you study, and at a certain point your brain just like shuts off and is not retaining nothing. So you have the Queen of Pentacles. You might need to get a tutor that fits your studying. How can you put it? Your studying formats or style. They will study a style. Hi, Benita. Yeah, let's get and level up. But you definitely need somebody to help tutor you in your studying style because what it is you're I don't want to say neurodivergent, but you do have um yeah. I would do the intro class to like review, like use the intro class as a review class. And plus it will give you extra credit, and if you do well it's gonna boost your GPA. Alright? Yo, you are? Yeah. Um I mean, I'm doing good. How are you? You're near. Yeah, you. For some reason, it keeps. I mean, the word game. You need to like make it like a game. For some reason, if it's like you know how people make songs that are learning songs, but like they're really catchy and you learn from it. For instance, like PEMDAS. For me, everybody calls it different means. Like, please excuse me, dear Aunt Sally. Like that's the only way I remember it. Anything other than that, I'm like, huh? So you have to make it to like where it's like a game for you, so that it stays in. Mm, honestly, honestly, I wouldn't. try to test out because what it's gonna do, it's gonna stress you out, and then it's gonna discourage you. So I would just take the intro class and try to build from there. Because I do if you test out, you're gonna be in school longer. Like you said, you're gonna be in school for 3 semesters instead of two. And I don't feel like you are gonna have the mental capacity to tough it out for 3 semesters. Meaning you're gonna be like, oh my god, I don't want to take science for another semester. Like I could do 1 and 2 semesters. Three is like it's gonna stress you out more. So I would just take the intro and build from there. And try to like I think YouTube has it too. YouTube has like uh learning chemistry, just learning science for people who are neurodivergent. Oh. So was it so it's like I haven't been to school in like 3 years. um let me see, I'm trying to so it's like test it in. Isn't it like trying to figure out what level of chemistry you in? Like if you have to be remedial, 101, 102. I don't know how the classes are nowadays. They change it so much. Let me see. Hmm. Oh, it's a prereq. Okay. See, look, yeah, it definitely changed a lot because I remember prerequisites was like the 101 and 102. All right, so I pulled the Four of Swords, which talks about rest, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is, I will say, test out, take the test. Uh, Worst case scenario, you could fail it, end up going to summer school if you want. I don't know how it works nowadays. Before it's um because with the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who takes their time. So if you take the test, take your time. Don't rush it. Don't get frustrated. Because what happens is when you get flustered and frustrated, you being in that mood kind of messes you up and it kind of makes you forget things. But when you're cool, calm, and collective, it's easier for you to um recall things from your memory. So definitely take it and try to be calm about it because I know it's stressing you out. I'm also getting uh if she does fail, she'll be prepared for what to study for. If you know what I mean. Like if you do fail it and you have to wait, you at least you know what you have to study if you can remember. Because I know some people don't remember what they take tests. Um but regardless, I do feel like you're gonna have to take your time. With studying, you can't rush your studying, you're gonna have to like Do at least 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, so that you don't feel overwhelmed. 2 to 3 hours. Let's see. Let's see. She takes this exam. What will be the outcome? If she takes the exam, what will be the outcome? Empress and the Lovers. Okay. So if you take this exam, we have the Empress and the Lovers here. So what I'm getting from this, one is divine timer. Two, you have to believe you're gonna have to pass. Like the Empress, she doesn't rush nothing. She doesn't rush nothing. She just sits back and let everything comes to her. And the Lovers here, it's pretty much choosing a higher timeline, meaning you're gonna have to go in thinking you're gonna pass. Cause it's about like, yeah, 90% is studying, 10% is how you think. Like the same thing with manifestation. 90% what you do, 10% your mental, like how your thought process is, if you're positive or negative. Like that's what it is. So even if you don't feel like you're confident enough, walk in there with confidence. You have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is pretty much the truth, pretty much knowing the truth, be your authentic self. So don't try to sit there and force yourself to study more than what you're capable of. Meaning, if you know chemistry is not your forte, right? So instead of pretending like you know that you, how can I put this out? Look in there like, and do the questions that you know instead of doing the ones that you don't know and just get them wrong. Do the ones that you know, because sometimes what happens is they like to put questions on exam that have answers to other questions, if you know what that means. For instance, I could be like, you didn't take chemistry in high school? I had to take chemistry in 11th grade. But definitely watch some YouTube videos of chemistry. It's just about compounds and what is it? Because was it compounds? I think it's liquidation, something like that. Something. Okay, I'm trying to figure out because earth science is a little bit of chemistry. Look up compounds. I don't know, for some reason I keep getting compounds and chemistry. It tells you what's added, like H2O. H is I think H is hydrogen. All right, so H2O, right? So H2 and then O. So you need two hydrogens and one oxygen to make up water. That's the easiest way I could, like, so whenever it has a two right after a letter, it takes two of those compounds to make up the whole thing. I was gonna say helium, but it's hydrogen. But yeah, definitely look up some YouTube videos for neurodivergent when it comes to um science and chemistry. Look up especially if they're like cartoonish. If they're like more cartoony and like funny, it's gonna help you out a lot. And don't stress yourself out because if you stress yourself out, you're just gonna forget everything you learned. Just be cool, calm, and collective. If you feel like a question is gonna frustrate you, move on to the next. All right. Who's next? Vivian was next. Or you gotta relax. You gotta relax. Breathe in, breathe out. If you smoke, you need to smoke some weed. All right. What's your question, Vivian? All right. All right. Ancestors, Vivian wants to quit her job but wants to wait. Just needs some insight before she start looking. So what can we tell Vivian about her job? Okay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is you, right? And then we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords of this deck, it always gives me the Phoenix. Sorry, I had a brain fart. The Phoenix, right? So Queen of Pentacles, yes, this job is giving you stability when it comes to money, but at the same time, it's gonna transform you into something else. I feel like it's setting you up for something better, right? I feel like it's low key kind of trying to teach you how to have a backbone when it comes to work, right? Yeah. The death card, yes. It's setting you up for some type of transformation here. I honestly feel like it's a spiritual test to see how can I put it? See how much you could take and endure at a job that you know doesn't align for you. You know that doesn't really call to you. You're just doing it because let's face it, we need bills to be paid. Right? You just need money. So this death card is telling me that you're about to hit a transformation. It's like kind of giving me like a tower card at the same time. Like you're gonna go and you are gonna find something, but it's not gonna be something too. Like it's gonna be like 3 months. So you're gonna be stuck at this job for like another 3 months. Either 3 months or 3 weeks. Between those, 3 weeks to 3 months. It's three. Definitely three. Yeah. So we have the magician here. You're just gonna have to manifest it. You're gonna have to manifest it. You're gonna have to be very, very confident in your manifestation. Let's see what else. It's funny because I said a tower is gonna happen with the tower, right? And look what just came out the tower. Yeah. First of all, let's talk about you have three major arcanas back to back. You got the Death, the Magician, and the Tower. Right? So what's happening is that it's showing that you used to enjoy the job, right? And then, like you said, the job's having all these ridiculous rules and stuff added on because they don't have a concrete policy. They just go on. Pretty much, they just do going as the day goes on. So the policies aren't concrete. It's like if the wind blows left, then the policy will blow left. If the wind blows down, the policy will go down. Like it's they taking it day by day. They need something concrete, and it's not working. So you need to sit and manifest a job that actually you align with your heart, that aligns with your heart, that you will enjoy doing. And then I feel like once that job is coming very close, you're gonna have tower moments, and it's gonna be back after back after back. So it's gonna be like three tower moments in one. Yeah. So that's how you know it's gonna be coming. The new job you manifest is gonna be coming in once you start having three tower moments back to back. And it could be something so stupid. It could be like, hey, we don't need you today. Or hey, like it's gonna be very consecutive, like back to back. And then you're like, "Oh, yeah, fuck this. I'm not doing this." Yeah, look, nine of wands. And wands normally talks about like wounded warrior and stuff like that. But this nine of wands, how she's like manifesting, she has all tools here and all the candles lighting to manifest. I also say this is a manifesting card. For this deck, at least. Yeah, you just gotta manifest. Manifest what you want. Didn't I say they make it up shit as it goes? Look, seven of wands. It looks filing cabinet, but it's empty. This is how their policy looks. It's empty. Each day goes by, this is what they write in policy. So let's say if somebody breaks a fax machine, if they still use fax machines, right? The next policy is you break it, you get doctor pay, right? Like it's that's how they move it. It's really given very um unnecessary. And I also feel like you're gonna once the three tower moments hit, I feel like you're gonna like speak the truth and on how they've been running their business and let them know like, yo, y'all been trash. And you're gonna call out all their issues. I mean, they're not gonna like it, but it's gonna force them to look at themselves as a company and be like, yeah, we just winging it, and us winging it is really gonna be the downfall of their company. So with the four of cups here, what I'm getting is when you start manifesting and start having new jobs come in, just don't take any of the job. You're gonna know when it's the right job for you because you're gonna feel it in your intuition and your gut and in your heart. Let's see. Yeah. So we have the Hermit with the Six of Cups. Right? I thought it was an island. Six of Cups. Oh, I didn't realize I took out 10 cards. Okay. So the Hermit and Six of Cups. So the Hermit is you're gonna have to figure out what job you really want. Like you're not a job that you're okay with to pay bills. No, a job that you're gonna enjoy. And I feel like it's gonna be like an old job. but not like an old job or like you gonna go back to old place. I feel like it's gonna be similar to a past job that you like. Yeah. So we have the thoughts card. It's a job that you think about constantly and house. Like you remember how like stable it was, like even like a little bit of pay, it was still stable for you. Alright. We also have concerns here. With concerns, I feel like you're wondering if you're gonna get the same pay or more. I feel like you will get more pay, probably like $1 more, or like 50 cents more. But it's gonna be like an even number, so it's probably gonna be like $1 up, like so 19.50 or like $19, like stuff like that. Alright, now wax on my card. Okay, so we have adjudication and unexpected income. Adjudication, unexpected income. Hi, Amber. Um, so this is telling me like it's gonna be karma's gonna be working in your favor, right? And like you probably gonna have like a sign up bonus at the new job and stuff like that. So definitely don't quit now. Wait until you figure out what type of job you want and manifest from there. And then you know your manifestation's coming true if you have three tower moments back to back. Oh yes, hi Amber. Yeah, I know. Last week I was drained. You're welcome. And last week I was drained. I was like, maybe I could do it on Friday. No. Benita, I was like, maybe I could do it Saturday. I was like, let me just, just take my ass and wait till Thursday. I couldn't. Benita, question. Alright. Alright. Benita wants to know what is Shan's true intentions. Alright. Ancestors, Benita wants to know what is Shan's true intentions towards her. What is Shan's true intentions? Alright, three card came out. Okay. So I'm just gonna see if I. So we have the three. Wow, excuse me. The Wheel of Fortune, right? The Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. All right. So with the Wheel of Fortune, it's telling me that on a spiritual level, Shan has the green light to approach you to do um what he needs to do to like get the relationship going, right? I also feel like he could be like having dreams, whether it's like daydreaming or sleep, that he could see a life with you. But with the Five of Pentacles is he feels very like hesitant. Um, it's like he doesn't know how to approach you. And the Eight of Wands is like once he figures out how to approach you, how to get like For some reason, he feels like he's on your cold side, like coach, like you give him the cold shoulder or something like that. And I feel like he's just misreading it because once he figures out like that's not what it is, the Eight of Wands, he's gonna move in fast. He's gonna try to mess like everything's gonna be moving fast. But I just feel like he's really hesitant because he doesn't know how to approach you. Yeah, look, we have the World in reverse. So the World in reverse is like it's like a forced stop, not a forced stop from like spirit or nothing. It's like a forced stop to like he doesn't know like is this do I go forward or do I go back? Like the world is like a very supportive card, and he feels like the universe is not supporting him. I just feel like he's waiting for the right time, which I don't understand why. Because anytime is the right time, he's just burning minutes at this point. Yeah, yeah. The two, the Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's telling me he's not like he's ready, but he's not ready yet. I just feel like he's trying to make everything so perfect. Yep, Ten of Wands. So there's some things that he's probably trying to clear out first, like for some reason her workload. So he's probably trying to clear his schedule out so he could like have I was gonna say fun or romantic interest, but like just to have time for personal stuff. Uh I don't know what he does for work, but I feel like this is like his busy season right now. We have the Page of Cups. I mean, there is feelings there. You know, there's some flirting, some like cute sayings, but I honestly do feel like he is terrified of you. I think he's just terrified of like saying the wrong thing. Yeah, look, the Two of Swords. Yeah, he doesn't know which way to go. Let's see here. Let's see what else. So we have passion. There is some past passion there. It kind of borderlines between um having passion for you and kind of like lust a little bit. We have religious factors. Yeah. So he's definitely waiting for the right time. He's waiting for the universe to give him a sign. A sign. So he could maybe be like, hey, universe, give me a sign of Blue Jays. And it's probably not even Blue Jay season. Right? Like, or Blue Jays don't exist where you live. He's asking for an unspecific sign, but it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't relate to where you guys live at. So for instance, I will like if I for instance I'm asking for a universe, I'm like, send me a fucking unicorn as a sign, right? A physical sign at that. And I'm not gonna see no unicorns because unicorns don't exist. Yeah. We have to stay optimistic about your love life. I just feel like he might need a little jump start. Like very soon. I was like, he might need a little jump start. And they're like, soon. with a jumper cable and be like, "Oh my god, this is what she meant." So we have separation here, so it's clear you guys are in separation. I just feel like he also needs to miss you. So, like, for instance, if he's always at your parents' house, where I assume that you reside in as well, he always know you're gonna be there. So what if one day you find out he's coming over and like, yeah, I'm gonna go out, and it's even just to walk in the park or just to be in the park and stuff like that. So we have pay attention to red flags. Pay attention. I just feel like it could just be his demeanor. Like he plays hard to get. Okay. I was gonna say he plays hard to get for somebody who shouldn't be playing hard to get. And that's the nice version of what I was told. Because the version they told me was he shouldn't play hard to get for somebody who Spirit is kind of mean, so I try not to I like them. Like, you shouldn't be playing hard to if you crazy. But they do say that. Yeah. Look, past life connection. Yes. Yes, like that. Yes. That's what they're pretty much saying. Like, you're not the shit. Like, you're not the cream of the crop to be playing hard to get. But this definitely relates to past life. For some reason they keep giving me a scenario. You're probably gonna have to tell him that you kind of have a crush on him, but do it in a way that's kind of like a mind fuck. So it's like, hey, I like you, pass the potatoes. And then like if he asks you just like what do you talk about? Like something like that. So it's like well, pass the potatoes. Before that, can you pass the potatoes? Like that. And he's gonna make you like question. And it's gonna like force him to start that conversation over, like, hey, you remember the other day you said something to me before the past, and then you go like eventually tell him. But yeah, it's gonna you're gonna have to be the one to say it, and it's gonna have to trip him up. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but that's like one of the ways that I was getting. Oh yeah, look. We have despair. This man is stressed. You have him stressed out. Yo, you have despair and imprisonment. You got two cards that talks about how stressed out this man is. This man is stressed. So, so he has everything in, but he is fumbling hard underneath. Like on the surface, he's calm, cool, collective. Inside, he's stressing out. They're both stressing each other out. Somebody's gonna have to say something. And I feel like it's gonna be you. Even though you're shy, introverted, I feel like you're gonna have to bite the bullet and be like, hey, no, that man is stressed. So we have poverty. That's the reason why he acts like he has everything on point, because he He operates from a fear of lack. I mean, it's up to you if you want to do it or not. Like, but he doesn't understand that he's wealthy. He's extremely wealthy. It's just he operates from a place of lack. Let's get one more card. Yeah, gift. I feel like the universe is gonna nudge him. That's gonna be his gift from the universe. I feel like what's gonna happen is your parents are gonna be talking one day, right? And they're gonna be talking about how you're gonna need like a partner or a husband sometime soon. You know, the conversation that your parents thinking about want to do a arranged marriage. And that's what's gonna force him. That's gonna be the gift to universe and have him step up with that conversation because it's gonna put fear in his heart. And yeah, he's gonna act out of impulse, but then it's gonna let you also know, like, is that who he is? Is that like what he wants? But yeah, he's definitely waiting for the right time. Sometimes you gotta let men get scared of losing you before they do anything. Alright. Is Amber still in here? Because I remember Amber wanted to read it. You're welcome. You too. See you next week. Alright. Let me get some water. Alright. I mean, got like 3 more minutes. Mhm. 2 more minutes. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, wrong button. Alright. Is Amber still in here? No? Alright. Does anybody want a personal reading? Want to be the last one for the night? Hi, seashells. Do you see a wedding coming through? Let's do this deck. Alright, seashells on snow. Do you see a wedding coming for me soon? Seashell on snow. Is there a wedding coming soon? We have the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is like pretty much planting the seeds and stuff like that. But in this deck is more like calculated. So the best way to manifest you having a wedding and you getting married is start planning it now. Be delusional about it. Trust me, ChatGPT help you out. It's okay. So we have the Queen of Swords, right? And then we have the Six of Wands, right? Uh, One, yes, you're gonna have a wedding coming soon for you in the future, right? But the Queen of Swords is somebody who's like she knows what she wants and she's not gonna settle, right? So what I'm getting, don't settle. Don't let people pull your emotional strings, like guilt trip you or anything. Like if you don't want bridesmaids or if you don't want groomsmen, if you don't want to do XYZ, don't do it. So I do feel like there's a wedding coming. I just feel like people are gonna try to emotionally manipulate you to get you to have a traditional wedding. So, for instance, if you want a black wedding dress, people are gonna, oh, you can't do that X Y Z. No, do what you want because at the end of the day, it's and you're wasting money. But yeah, you definitely, girl, you gotta put your foot down. Ooh, I got goosebumps when I say you need to put. All right, this is why the Queen of Swords came out because you need to put your foot down. And Ace of Pentacles here, you're gonna have the wedding. You just got to be more vocal about what you want and what you don't want. You're gonna have to speak up, right? Okay, look, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's your wedding, but you feel like you're on the outside with the Five of Pentacles. You feel like whoever's helping you plan the wedding, you feel like you're gonna feel like you're gonna walk in eggshells with them. So who will be the overbearing person? I feel like it's a parent, like a mother that's planning it. Oh, like bungee jumping, that would be so cute. Yeah, so his mother is being overbearing. Girl, you're gonna have a wedding that you don't want if you don't put your 2 cents in. Like, you're gonna need to be involved. At least at least for the dress. Because for some reason, I keep seeing a 1980s wedding dress that has like the poofy shoulders. So I don't know if his mother actually likes you or she's just reliving her wedding and trying to redo her wedding the way she wanted. But she's very she's gonna put you in an ugly ass dress. Like who wears poofy shoulders dresses? Yeah. Just let's see. Girl. She's gonna try to do that. You know how some parents, like when they get married and they have a daughter, they pass on the dress down to her. She goes, no, she wants to do that to you, but she wants to keep the dress the same. Like that's why I keep saying poofy ass dress. Uh, yeah, so she wants to do like a poofy ass dress on you. So we have the hangman here. The hangman is like like look at everything from a higher perspective, from like bird's eye view, because what's happening is she's hijacking your wedding for her wedding. So it's like she's having a part two of her wedding. have the 8 of Wands, so it's gonna move fast. I mean, in 1 minute you're like, I don't want this particular thing in my wedding. Next thing you know, the wedding's here, and you're getting married in a church or cathedral with a puffy dress. Like, so you're gonna have to like speak up so that it doesn't, because it's moving fast. Like, she already has like the caterers or whatever, like the caterers. She already had the caterers. Like, I don't know if that's the last thing on her list or she got them out, but she got the caterers already. We have 2 cups here. I feel like if you sit down with your fiance, oh, she worked fast then, because she already did for her daughter. She already knows where to go, where to get everything. Oh, girl, you need to go and sit with your, see, your future husband and talk to him. I feel like he will listen to you, and I feel like he will. You know what's so funny? I was gonna ask if he was Hispanic, like, or the mother, like, for some reason, like, I don't know if she grew up around Mexicans a lot, because I was getting like Mexican vibes. I feel like you guys are gonna have to get married in secret, but not secret. Like, everybody knows you're getting married, but like, do it on your own terms. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, look. So it's a big choice coming up. To sit there and talk to him about it. Let him know this is what I don't want. This is what I do want. Yeah, look. Message. You're gonna have to talk to him about it. Do you and her bump heads? Because I feel like I keep hearing she doesn't really like you like that. Hey. Let's see. So, I mean, she's probably headed into a divorce. So, probably another one. So that's why she's probably burying and stuff like that. It goes to be that we have the mature occupation, that he's very into his work. So he doesn't have time. Let's see. Oh yeah, look. First person, yeah. She's hides a lot of her feelings, her true feelings at that. Girl. Oh, you have too many Virgos around you. I'm sorry, but to me, Virgos are like the devil. I always say if the devil can't get you, he would send you a Virgo. You know what's funny? Because I was thinking of that the TV show Smothered, and I was like, no, I don't think so. Like, yeah, she's definitely a Smothered. She's she's definitely a Smothered. We have community here. I feel like she puts on a show for everybody else within like the family, the community, whatever. So she could be like a very person who's like, I don't know, extreme churchgoer. That lady's gonna drive you nuts. Like if she moves in with you guys, she will drive you nuts. But I also feel like your ancestors are gonna like block her from this. I just feel like you're gonna have a chance to talk to him. She just got saved. Girl, that is fake. Cause like a false person. She's still the same person. She just did it for showboating. It's like the people who be sucking Tom, Dick, and Harry on Saturday and then go and praise God on Sunday, talking about, wash me of my sins. Wow, because you're about to do the same shit again on Saturday again. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. Oh. We have concerns. I do feel like, for some reason, I feel like the husband, and I feel like I'm just calling your husband. Your husband, they're concerned because they know how their mom is. That's one. Yeah, no. Girl, you need to go tell your husband no because you're gonna end up on a TV show Smothered and she's gonna be driving you nuts. Driving you bonkers. Um but I do feel like the men around you, like your husband and even her ex-husband, because let's face it, like he's trying to expedite this divorce. I feel like somebody gonna need to talk to her. He's pushing an action one because of the mom. Because of the mom. I definitely feel like you need to go and sit and talk to him, but you need to do it not in a very aggressive way, not in a typical fire sign way. You're gonna have to be gentle about it. And it's funny you said that he's a dog and his dog's outside, like really barking. Yeah. So coffin, and in the beginning, you're gonna have to put your foot down. You're gonna have to tap into that Leo energy and put the foot down. I feel like you're trying to spare her feelings, to be honest, because you don't want issues. That's what I feel like. I feel like you don't want to say nothing because you want to spare her feelings. That is like, does she even know you enough to do a surprise wedding? Because I don't feel like she knows you enough. I don't know. For some reason, I keep getting Mexican food. Like, can you guys be like in Arizona or something like that? For some reason, I keep getting Mexican food. I don't know what about the wedding and Mexican food. What deck did I use? Did I use this deck? I don't remember. Guess I did use this deck. Oh, girl, I'm in New York City too. I don't. I don't know. She's probably trying to get a Mexican caterer. I don't know. For some reason, I keep getting Mexican food, but you're gonna have to like. Okay. All right, so that's the I'm like, what is this Mexican food? Mexico vacation, trying to have one. You're probably gonna have to have one without her tagging along. I also feel like there's a 50-50 with um how it could go with your husband. So it could go left or right. It depends on how you approach it. Like I said, you're gonna have to be passive aggressive, like not too fiery, not too like out there. But I also feel like I feel like he will listen as long as you don't dog his mom out. And I feel like he will have to be the one to let her know, like, yeah, this is not working out. And I do feel like she's gonna resent you if you do call off this big wedding that she's trying to do. And you might have to hear about it for a couple of years. And if he asks you, just be like straight up, hey, I just wanna have a dress and jump into the wind with you. Be honest. Be extremely honest. Um, I know Leo's been going through it recently. So, and it's kind of like blocking your throat chakra, but girl, you got to unblock that. And you got to let him know, like, hey, I just want me and you, no kids, maybe the kids, but just me and you, nobody else. And you have to be 100% honest. Because the more you keep quiet about it, it's going to get out of hand and you're going to build up resentment. And you don't want that. I know Amber wanted a reading. I'm telling people to be. You're gonna have to be like, hey, listen, you can plan the wedding, but that wedding's gonna be for you. Better go renew them vows with Mr. Williams. Girl, it's definitely be a surprise. A surprise wedding. It's gonna stress you out. So you better like right now before it gets to the point where she put the down payment on everything. Alright, Amber. She don't know what she wants. Alright. Amber wants to know what can she expect in the next 2 or 3 weeks. What can Amber expect in the next 2 or 3 weeks? Alright, Amber. So you're gonna have a major decision. Right? With the 2 of Wands here. So there's a choice coming up. This choice could be on which direction you want your life to go. I know here it's gonna be hard, but the end of it, it's gonna be fantastic. Control, that's what it is. So you have the 5 of Swords with the King of Swords, right? So you're gonna be in your head a lot about things, probably about somebody in particular. It could be somebody of air sign, was Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or just embodies that type of energy like an air sign. So you're gonna be in your head about them. And I feel like that's who the decision is based on mostly. We have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is you moving towards something more calm, more in your zone. Like you don't want to feel too stressed out, anything like that anymore. So you Six of Swords is moving away from things that triggering you, things that you're welcome. So every Thursday I'm live so that you can feel more at peace with yourself. Let's see what else for Amber. Yeah. Three of Swords. So you might be feeling some heartaches, not heartbreak, but heartache in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And it's just more emotional. So it could be your heart uh cracking open. So you're gonna be more emotional, more crying. It's just purging. Um Also, like I said, dealing with somebody who is the air sign, who's the King of Swords, you're gonna you're gonna be really emotional about cutting them off. Or like keeping them at a distance. We have the Fool here. And this has to happen because um you're entering a new chapter. We just finished with Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde. We had eclipse seasons over. Where now everything's stationed, everything is in calm waters right now. So this is a time where you really, not just you, but everybody who wants to start something brand new, this is the time to start manifesting it. This is the time to start, opening yourself up to having these new chapters, whether it's moving someplace new or just being a whole new you, right? So once you make that decision, and probably like the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're gonna make this decision. In the next 6 months, you're gonna start seeing how better that decision better made your life better. I feel like so tongue tied today. So we have the Eight of Wands. I do feel like it's love rate related because it's the Three of Hearts. The Three of Hearts is really something like on an emotional state. Like it doesn't feel like it's your dad because it feels like you have love for this person. I'm not saying you don't have love for your dad, but you do. But you know how to manage your dad's triggers. This person is like, how can I? This person is pretty much not showing up in a way. Like they're not fulfilling your needs. They're not talking your language. They're not embodying who you thought they were. This is who you want. You want somebody that's a king of cups, somebody who's very emotional, expressive. They in their feelings. You know, very kind, nurturing. They pour into you, you pour into them. Right? That's the type of person you want. This King of Swords does not give me that. They give you the mental stimulation that you want, the conversations and everything, but you need somebody to hold your hand, play with your hair, not just be so stoic where it's like, do you even like me? Yes, you need somebody who's very, very nurturing. And it's gonna happen fast. Like this person, the King of Cups, is gonna come in fast with this Eight of Wands. Once you um clear out, Mr. King of Swords. And that's gonna be the new chapter. I feel like it's gonna happen like in the middle of Taurus season. Like in the middle of Taurus season going into Gemini season. Let's see what else. The of Wands. You don't have to like fight for that type of love. You're not gonna have to fight for them trying to show you some type of affection, nurturing you, somebody who gives you the soft life, right? Because I do feel like sometimes you like, can you hold my hand or something like that, and you feel like it's begging. Your little courtship. Yeah, this person is gonna take you on dates. They're gonna they're gonna let you know you're their woman before they even ask you to be their woman. Kind of they're gonna put a stamp on it before um actually making it official. So they're gonna do everything that you want. And it's that time of year where you start manifesting anything you want between eclipses before any other cos cosmos and cosmic shit want to interfere. Besides your ancestors, because they always interfere. But I really do feel like this King of Cups is gonna be everything you wish. Yeah. We have pathway. They're like literally right there. They're like literally right there. I just feel like once you clear up that energy of that person, when you fully let go, it's gonna come in. Concerns. Um, with concerns, I just feel like you kind of worried about the backlash of this person. Like they could be like, "Oh, I feel like I wasted my time," and stuff like that. So it's kind of really like that type of backlash. Message of concerns. Because this is kind of weird. Because I'm getting like anxiety right now. So like you like cutting this person off is gonna give you anxiety because you kind of like low key walking eggshells. But you have some expectations. You need somebody that is gonna rise and go above it. Your expectations. Look, we have chemistry. You and this person has a lot of chemistry with codependency. Um, with codependency, how can I put it? So with codependency, I feel like you are so used to somebody giving a bare minimum that you have to like push them, right? But with this person, you don't have to be codependent because they're already gonna be in tune to what you need and what you like. So pretty much like you as a whole, they already know your language. Like your snacks, like if you're grumpy, what you need, like stuff like that. You're also gonna feel like it's love bombing. Oh shit. You're also gonna feel like it's love bombing, but it's not. Yeah. Well, this new person is coming in very soon. Very, very soon. It could also be the other person is codependent. They don't know how to take the lead, so they fall back and rely on the other person. Yeah. You and this new person is gonna be like a honeymoon. Always gonna be on a honeymoon. Let's see what else. Let's get one more card. Yeah. We have pay attention to red flags. So with the pay attention to flags, I feel like before the King of Cups come in, you're gonna have like some stragglers. I'll call them stragglers. That's gonna come in, and they're gonna raise some questions, some flags. I feel like you're gonna have like butterflies, but it's not butterflies. It's like your fight or flight, trying to like respond and stuff. So yeah. So just pay attention. Like you know when they're not right for you, and then when the real person comes in for you, I know it's very cliche, but it's gonna feel like a movie. Like you know how in the movies, the guy and the girl lock eyes, and the world around them goes blurry and shit like that. That's how it's gonna happen when you find your person. I think that will be my last question for tonight. Started a little earlier, well, a little late because I had technical difficulties. I got kicked off the Wi-Fi. That has to redo everything. But I'll definitely be on the 24th of April. Um yeah, I'll be on 24th of April. I'll be like in a better, giddy, more energetic mood because my solar return is on Saturday. Gonna be 35. And I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna go out for brunch, get dressed up, and have a time. So see you guys next week on the 24th. You're welcome. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next week.